Are you thinking about selling small appliances on eBay? In this video, I'm going to show you how I photograph these items for maximum profit and fewer returns. You can do this. Welcome back to Reseller Rowboat. I'm so glad you're here, my friends. Today, I'm going to go over some tips and tricks about photographing small kitchen appliances to sell on eBay and Mercari. So I've had a lot of questions about this, and the first tip that I'm going to have for you is to not use a white background. There are several reasons for this. The main one is because I wash most of my parts in the dishwasher before I photograph them. And even when I air dry them, when I put them on my backdrop, I found that there would always be a water spot or two, and they would ruin my backdrop and they would show up in the picture and they looked lousy. Now here's one that I did without a water spot. It looks great, yes, but a lot of these appliances are white. And so unless you want to change your background constantly from white to black or something like that, it's better to me if you use a different kind of background. And I'm going to show you what I use now. So now what I do is I use a wooden table to take photographs of my items on. And so if I do get a water spot, I just take a cloth and wipe it away. It doesn't matter what color the part is because it's going to make a pretty good picture like this black one right here. And so I don't have to be constantly changing the color of my background. Here's another tip that's do not do, please, and that is to use PhotoFuse when you are photographing and putting photographs online of appliance parts, especially things that are clear, because this is what it's going to look like. It looks all washed out, so I no longer use PhotoFuse on any of my appliance parts. On every single appliance part that I list online, I always take a photo from all four sides or edges, and I also take a photo from the top and a photo from the bottom. If you have an appliance part that is in two or more pieces and you're selling them together, be sure that you take a photo of the pieces actually put together. A good example of this is this bean grinder. And then I take a picture of the pieces separate, and then I turn them over and take a picture of both of them from the bottom. If you are listing something that's like a carafe or something that has a volume capacity like cups or ounces, something like that, be sure you take a close-up shot of how many ounces, liters, whatever it is, it holds. That way your buyer doesn't have to search through your photos and zoom in to make sure that you have the right capacity. The next tip is that if you're listing something that has a lid, be sure that you take a photograph of the item with the lid down and also with the lid up. This next tip is one that I've talked about before in previous videos, but it bears repeating. If you have a cylindrical object that you need to photograph, be sure that you take photos from all the different edges. Yes, to you it looks like they're all the same. So why take a photo when they all look the same? Well, if it does get damaged in shipment, you have no way of proving to the United States Post Office that you can show them all the different edges, and so they will not back you up. Here's another example of a cylindrical object. As you can see along the bottom, I'm just going to run my mouse right there. You can see on this edge it looks perfectly fine, but we can't see what's on this other edge right here. So we need to make sure that you have a photo of all the different edges just to back you up. And it will also help you, prevent buyer scams as well. I want to just take a moment to pause here for a second and invite you to subscribe to this channel if you find this information helpful. Just simply hit the rowboat in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen and be sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified the next time I go live or upload a video. And do give this video a thumbs up, won't you? I would really appreciate it. Now this next tip is something that I haven't even tried yet, so you guys are getting a first sneak peek of something I think I'm going to go ahead and try. I get a lot of things that get returned for not fitting, or they'll say, well, you say this fits model AB123, but it doesn't fit my model AB123. And so I'm going to try to trick these kind of buyers who are fishing for partial refunds or complete refunds without shipping them back. It is a scam out there. There are scammers. So I have this filter right here, and it's a Javalia filter. And so what I'm going to start doing in my parts listings is I'm going to show them a photo of the plate on the bottom of the machine that shows the actual model number so that they can say, okay, this person has actually had this machine in her hands. It's model number XCC-12. So they really can't come back to me and accuse me of just taking any part and saying, oh, this is model XCC-12. So it's proof to eBay as well. I don't know if it will work, but I'm hoping it will cut down on a few of those suspicious returns. Those people that you won't give a partial refund to, so they never end up sending it back. I'm really hoping this will solve that. So appreciate if you put a comment below about whether you think this is a good idea to try. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, may God keep you in his pocket and paddle on.